Hi guys, back again. Well, we've had the award ceremony, and I'm now joined by the president of the PE team, Mr. John Samuels. John, thank you for joining. All we really wanted to discuss is what tonight was about.
Well, the first thing that is worth emphasising is that this group of alumni didn't exist a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It has all been put together, and it is one of the happiest developments that I've seen in my time in PET. I'm coming up now to my 19th year of
Wow.
PET, which some people would say is almost a life sentence.
Not far from it. Not far from it. I've been funded myself now over the years 3 times, I think, from the PET, and everything that they funded as I've used. So it's always been beneficial for guys like myself to have someone like the PET. What do you think the way forward for the PET is with prisons?
Well, I hope that there are going to be 2 significant developments, both of which have taken place since I ceased to be the chairman, which was I stepped down in 2012 because I was then the chairman of a different criminal justice organisation, and I didn't think it right to do both.
Okay.
But they made me very generously their president, which has kept me actively interested. The first thing is they've created this prisoner-learner alliance,
Yep.
which is a huge benefit and enables PET not only to be a grant-giving organisation, but also to influence policy at a national level.
Yeah, that's very exciting.
And the second thing, which is a spin-off from the Prisoner Learner Alliance, is the pupil organisation. I don't really do all the acronyms, but
Yep.
you know what it is.
Yep.
It's the Prisoner University thingy.
Yep. Invest. Yeah.
And the bottom line is that there are huge pools of talent in prison.
Very much so.
Since I came off the parole board, I have developed an active interest in starting all over again. I'm a bit of a recidivist. I was a parole board chair for 10 years, and I wasn't allowed to carry on because 10 years is the maximum
Oh, right,
you can
okay.
do. And so I have started going into various local prisons. Local to me, that is. One is Coldingley and the
Yep,
other
I know
is
Coldingley.
Send. And
Send. Oh.
I talk to people there. There's a group in Coldingley, all of whom are better qualified than I am. They've got more university degrees than I have. And I think this is amazing.
It is. It is. There's a lot of talent in prison that, like you say, is untapped, but it's also unnoticed as well. And I think myself personally, the work of the Prison Education Trust is so important in taking prison forward, and also prison reform and rehabilitation as well. I mean, you're an advocate of lived experience yourself.
Absolutely.
Then.
Absolutely.
It's got to be the way forward. I think co-production has to be the way forward. Conversations like from your side of the fence and my side of the fence would always, in my opinion, find that middle ground, I think.
One of the things that I've done for many years now is take members of the public who have never been into a prison environment, and that is an educational experience. For a number of years when I was a London judge, I used to take one judge from each of the London courts into the education department. We went to Scrubs, Wandsworth and Pentonville in 3 successive years. That was a revelation to my fellow judges.
Hence my comment earlier. And I think more of that should be done. I think it should be business leaders, judges, heads of probation. They should go into prisons a lot more and see what goes on.
I agree. I totally agree. And one of the things that I've done since it started, do you know Pimlico Opera? Who put on operatic performances in prison?
I've actually seen them in prison. Yeah. So I spent a lot of time in Pentonville. So.
Okay. And have you ever taken part?
Only in the audience.
Okay.
Only in the audience. There was a Dutch couple. I can't remember who they were. There was a Dutch couple that used to go about. I think they've only just retired. I don't know if you recall seeing those. They go through the chaplaincy. The name's gone, but again, you get some fantastic people like that. Benjamin Zephaniah, is another one that comes into prisons, and he very inspirational, very inspirational. But again, I think for me personally, what I want to campaign against is making the walls invisible. I think all of society has an obligation to guys in prison as well as to people outside, and I think it must be very difficult to come up with an argument for not wanting prison to be reformed. So I think we all need to work together now and start making it happen.
One of the things that I'm trying to do, and I don't think I shall achieve it during my lifetime, but I'm working on it, is to modify the whole basis on which judges sentence and leave the execution of the sentence to other people. So that, under my proposals, judicial monitoring would be the order of the sentence throughout the sentence.
That's a great idea.
So that a relationship would develop between judge and prisoner. And the bottom line is that if you develop a relationship with someone, you will sentence less harshly because you will understand what caused the whole thing in the first place.
That's a very radical way forward, I think.
Well, it's more than radical, it's sensible.
It is, which is probably why it probably won't ever happen. What do you think? I mean,
well, I have two little gobbets of catchphrases. This is a blog. The first is sentencing is not a snapshot moment. And the second is that you should treat sentencing in the same way as the patient who goes to the doctor. When you go to the doctor does not say, you have X, I'm going to prescribe this treatment for you. I haven't the faintest idea whether it will work, and I don't care.
Wow, what an analogy. Perfect. And I think that would be a good time to stop. Mr. Samuels, thank you very much for your time.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you. I appreciate that.